back to the channel. So what I'm going to be doing today is actually cleaning all of this stuff up. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to end up powder coating it or not. I'm still contemplating it. So what I'm going to do first is I have my Hydro Bead Blaster. I'm going to pretty much just clean all of this grease and grime. I was going to take it to get hot tanked, but this is going to be a lot easier. It's probably going to take a little bit longer. What I ended up doing was I blasted them. I have a glass bead hydro blaster that I built a long time ago. Works great. I probably need to put an agitator in it though, because it just kind of, you know, sometimes it gets clogged up. But what I have is the oil cooler cover, oil filter housing, the elbow for the intake. I also have over here fuel filter housing and the high pressure oil pump cover. I still need to finish cleaning up the intake manifold because, as you can see from the sides, they're like really black. The whole intake manifold was looking like that. The inside of the intake manifold is pretty tarry, so the EGR pretty much just tars up the intake manifold. So I want to take that to a machine shop so they could hot tank it for a day or two, get all that tar out of the intake manifold, and then I could powder coat it. So I also have one other piece that goes to it's a mid cover in between the oil filter. So on the vans, they don't have the oil filter housing on top of the oil cooler. It's remotely located. So there's like a mid cover that goes in that, and it has all the coolant and everything. So let's get this stuff powder coated. What I'm going to do is coat it in a really bright silver, gloss silver. So it's not going to be super extreme, but it'll just look clean. So let's get this stuff powder coated, throw it in the oven that I made a long time ago. That thing works great. I actually moved the elements to the sides and all the way on the bottom. So, I mean, I haven't had any issues. Powder coated a bunch of stuff, the brake calipers, wheels, stuff like that. It all comes out great. So let's get this stuff powder coated, and then I can clean up the intake manifold and we can get this van back together, get it running and driving, because I have some big surprises for this thing once I get it driving. It's finished powder coating the intake manifold, and you really can't tell the difference. I mean, you can see the metal right there and how dull it is compared to the powder coat. I really like how just clean it looks, but when you come over here to something I haven't powder coated, so this is the lower oil cooler cover, and then this is the oil filter mid plate, but you can just see how just grimy it is. So this was a reman engine, so everything was just spray painted black, but even the aluminum parts, you can just see how different it is and how much nicer the powder coated is versus the non-powder coated. And I just wanted it to be a lot cleaner. So what I'm going to do is blast this really quick, and then I was just going to powder coat this, but there's just so much to mask off on it. I'm just going to set this on here like this, and then I'm going to grab the other piece that is right here. I've already powder coated that as well, and set this up here like, which way does this go? Set this up here like so. And then I don't have to mask any of that off. All I have to do is plug the holes with these plugs and pretty much just mask the bottom off, and then I'll just mask around there, which will be a lot easier than just trying to mask this whole thing off. This is the oil cooler cover. Here's the high pressure oil pump cover. I'm gonna throw those on really quick. And I have all new, so with the van, all the new gaskets, updates, and seals came with the van. So that's the reason behind doing all this. Just update it, it's already there, and just kind of go from there. So it'll be nice to finally hear this thing run, and hopefully by the end of this video, we have this thing running. So let's get to work on it. installing the high pressure oil pump seals and the new powder coated cover, as well as the new oil cooler and all the powder coated covers for this. So I was gonna finish doing this, but I need to grab a new O-ring tomorrow. I thought the kit would have came with one, but it didn't. So I'm just gonna cover this up. But yeah, you can see the new oil cooler in there and all this stuff. I have the last few pieces. So I got the EGR cooler parts. What I need to do now, this is painted as well. This 6-liter turbocharger looks really nice. When I pulled the cover off, I was just very surprised at what the compressor wheel looked like. There wasn't very, I mean, there was a little bit of blow-by oil, but it was very, very clean. So I'm gonna blast this, powder coat it silver. The same thing with these. These are for the EGR cooler as well. So we'll blast these. Ended up just getting a new oil filter housing. The old oil filter housing had the black plastic stand that was broken at the top, and the new filter housing was only $105 and that plastic piece was $75. So I just ended up getting the whole thing. Came with the housing, the new lid, new filter, and all the internals. So I'm gonna bolt this on. I also ended up getting a new oil pressure sensor just because that other one had a little bit of seepage around it, and I didn't want to have to really mess with any leaks from the oil system or any of that stuff after I just powder coated and made everything nice and clean. So let's get this on. I also got new O-rings for the oil tubes, and we'll have this 100% sealed up. Then I could change the oil. I actually have, I got 3 gallons of oil. We should be good there. Just changed the oil. Everything is now back assembled or close to assembled, so I could try to start it up. I thought there was oil in it, but there wasn't a drain plug, so I did run and grab a drain plug, fill it up with oil. So I have another battery connected. Hopefully she starts up. I don't have any starting fluid, but I have a little bit of brake cleaner. Should do the same trick. There's no Y pipe on here, so if it does start up, it's gonna be kind of loud in here. Let's see if we can get her to start though.
A lot of people think that
Unfortunately, she didn't start, so I looked around trying to figure out what was going on, and there was a wire up here that was cut that I thought was for the AC compressor, but then I unwrapped it and it's a crank angle sensor. So I'm gonna have to fix that. To fix that, I'm gonna have to pull the AC compressor off, get that wire out, do a nice some soldering, heat shrink, get it all 100% again. But I think all I'm gonna do for the last of this video is put the Y pipe on, because everything back here, I really wanted to just blow those out, and when it did almost fire up, it pretty much, whatever was in there is gonna be out now. I just didn't want anything, any debris or anything like that to be in the exhaust manifolds, and then me to have it go through the turbocharger, because the turbo is brand new. So let's get the Y pipe back on there, probably get the down pipe on there as well, and then that'll be this video. And I'm actually pretty excited because she's really close to starting. I'm kind of not excited that all that oil kind of got everywhere, but there was an oil temp sensor up there that I didn't have in, but it is in there now. So once this is all back together and running, I'll pressure wash the engine. Just finished getting the Y pipe all buttoned up. The one thing I didn't put in was the delete pipe, which is right here, and I'll do that tomorrow. So I didn't have a 13 socket, but everything else is bolted up, and I really like how it came out, how it looks, other than me having to pressure wash all that oil that leaked out because I didn't have that oil temp sensor in there. But it's all powder coated, so it really doesn't matter. So It almost started, like I said, on compression with starting fluid, but that crank angle sensor down there is cut. So in the next video, I'll fix that. It sounded great when I was cranking over. It didn't sound like it had any issues. It built pressure. We, you know, we should be okay. So before I put everything back together, I'll make sure it starts. But like I said, I'm going to remove the AC compressor, pull this plug out because it's not even plugged in right now, and then resolder everything, make it nice, get it all plugged back in, and then we should be able to fire this thing up, which I don't think, since I've cranked it so much already, it should have all the air out of the fuel system. But for a free van, I think I'm like around $450, $500 into this now, which isn't too bad. We almost have a running van, and I can't wait to start for the first drive. I mean, next video we should be able to get the first drive down and just kind of go from there. But I'm gonna end the video here. If you like these videos, make sure to click the subscribe button, thumbs up, throw a comment below, and see you guys next time.